The German team is in the process of rediscovering its glory after failing at major tournaments. Maybe their squad could fly high with the angel wings of Florian Wirtz and Amal Musiala in hand. But don't forget, the launching pad for that flight lies with experienced players. Real Madrid always maintain their form when they need Antonio Rudiger and Toni Kroos. It can be seen that Toni Kroos' performance when entering the Euro playground is still extremely stable. He can be considered the key to success when he agreed to return to play for the team after Coach Nagelsmann's invitation. In the match against Denmark, Germany was the better team. On the field, the tank with Kroos once again showed his quality as the Real Madrid midfielder completely dominated the midfield area. The German midfielder made a total of 324 passes in the group stage, the most ever for a group stage player at the Euros. In his performance at Dortmund, he completed 88 of 92 passes, achieving a success rate of 95.7%, while creating a match-high 4 chances. Toni Kroos will retire when Euro is his last tournament. It will obviously be a shame, but German fans and neutrals alike will be happy to see at least another 90 minutes of this player performing. Meanwhile, let's not forget the contributions of Antonio Rudiger. He is considered one of the top midfielders in the world today. Although he is said to have suffered a minor injury before the match against Denmark. But the Real Madrid midfielder was able to participate and had a great performance, successfully relieved 5 times, successfully blocked 4 shots from Denmark, 2 successful interceptions, 2 successful tackles, attack, and won 6 duels. That can be considered the defensive art that Antonio Rudiger demonstrated to help Germany keep the next clean sheet at home at the Euro. He even celebrated as if he scored a goal when he blocked a shot in the 93rd minute. Thereby, the title of best player in the match is a more worthy reward. Appearing together in March and shining together at Euro 2024, that's how Musiala and Kai Havertz greeted the world. After a long, dark, difficult night due to deadlock in the finishing stages, it seems that next time the German team will not need to find a new person. The German team is giving those watching this year's Euro an unprecedented explosive attack. They opened with the most beautiful opening match in history, ending the group stage as the team that scored the most opponents with 8 times. Up to now, Musiala is an extremely prominent factor. The young star on Bayern Munich's staff is leading the top scorer list with 3 goals. It is a testament to the strength of the German team, coming from many extremely excellent individuals. They own a pair of wings only born in 2003, Musiala and Florian Wirtz. The highest player in the attack is Kai Havertz, who is only 25 years old but has experience in many different top arenas. Kai Havertz had a good match against Denmark, despite only scoring the opening goal on a penalty kick. But that was the Arsenal player's 2nd goal at Euro 2024 in particular, and the 4th goal at Euro tournaments in general. Remember, Jurgen Klinsmann and Maria Gomez are the Germans with better records in the Euro finals, both with 5 goals. The next scorer in this match, Musiala, is also showing his sharpness and finishing ability compared to the first major tournament to participate in, the 2022 World Cup. The other man in attack, Florian Wirtz, despite not starting from the start for tactical reasons, came off the bench and was almost able to add a 3rd goal with a bold finish in stoppage time. But unfortunately, that was the ball that was offside. This attacking trio is scoring 6 goals together at the Euro at their home stadium. No team in the tournament has better statistics. Not to mention, the tank's reserve also includes Niklas Füllkrug, who scored 2 goals despite only being on the bench. This 31-year-old star has continuously proven his value for the national team since his debut in November 2022. The Dortmund striker brought a difference to Germany thanks to his excellent ability in aerial combat. He came off the bench in 6 matches at major tournaments like the World Cup and Euro, but still managed 4 goals. This is a record for European players participating in major tournaments. Despite only being on the main field in 6 out of 19 matches for the German team, Füllkrug has scored 13 goals. This ratio reaches 0.68 goals per match, behind only Gerd Müller, Max Morlock, and Klaus Fischer. With high-performing factors in attack, Coach Nagelsmann is making extremely high-quality choices. The problem is how he will use it properly to help the home team go further on the journey to conquer Euro 2024. Up to this point, if someone still asks why Ter Stegen was not captured but persisted in using Neuer, it would be difficult to understand. Neuer at this year's Euro is a truly rejuvenated Neuer, making no mistakes and being an extremely prestigious fulcrum behind the 2 midfielders. Even Nagelsmann, someone who was rumored to not like Neuer, had to use it, so why should we care? With the presence of Manuel Neuer, a talented and experienced goalkeeper, Ter Stegen had to endure a life of reserve. Statistics show that Barca's goalkeeper has not had a single moment to breathe air in a match at a major tournament like Euro or World Cup. That may be unfair, but in fact, Neuer has always been excellent. It's hard to blame anyone. At the end of the Euro 2024 group stage campaign, the Bayern Munich goalkeeper was always a reliable stopper in front of the German tank's goal. Remember, within a year before Euro 2024, Neuer's position was always shaken due to injuries. His serious injury after the 2022 World Cup lasted longer than expected, causing Neuer to be out of action from 6 months to nearly a year. During this time, Ter Stegen won the La Liga Best Player Award for the 2022-2023 season to prove that he is always ready to pioneer. Neuer will only return to the field at the end of October 2023. However, in March of the following year, he had to stop playing for 19 days due to a thigh injury. Not only facing health problems, Neuer's performance after recovering from injury also brings peace of mind to fans. A particularly serious mistake occurred in the Champions League semi-final second leg, causing Bayern Munich to be defeated by Real Madrid. With all his efforts, Neuer dispelled all doubts as he continued to be used by Coach Nagelsmann. Neuer made important contributions to help Germany remain unbeaten after 3 matches in Group A with 2 wins and a draw. Thanks to that, the German team has definitely won a ticket to the 1/8 round as the top team in Group A with 7 points after 3 matches. Up to now in this year's Euro, Neuer has had a total of 7 saves after 4 matches, of which 2 were clean sheets. Maybe the number of saves is quite small compared to other goalkeepers, but the reality is that with the formation and playing style that Nagelsmann sets up, the German team has to receive fewer shots on goal. However, the 38-year-old goalkeeper made a great save every time. One of the important moments that showed why Neuer is still a reliable stopper for the German team took place in the 26th minute of the match against Hungary in the second match of Group A. Neuer made an excellent save from Szoboszlai's free kick, sending the ball into the top corner of the goal. He then jumped up quickly and prevented Orban from scoring into the empty net. With 18 appearances at the Euros, Neuer has proven his stability and experience. In the recent match against Denmark, Neuer once again proved his value by denying the Danish player 2 clear goals. Besides, the match against Denmark also helped Neuer become the player with the most appearances for Germany at Euro, with 19 times. This record previously belonged to Bastian Schweinsteiger. Perhaps German fans and Bayern Munich fans do not understand why Leroy Sane is used while Wirtz has to sit on the bench. But perhaps Nagelsmann is planning something for himself. In the match against Switzerland, except for using Nico Schlotterbeck to replace the suspended Jonathan Tah, Julian Nagelsmann also made personnel adjustments, such as David Raum replacing Mittelstadt. But more notable is the use of Leroy Sane instead of Wirtz, even though both are in quite contrasting form. To explain this, the strategist born in 1987 personally said we did not have enough deep runs against Switzerland, but Leroy is a player who shows that very well. Sane also makes good runs overall, but he is more of a player who wants the ball at his feet. From there, create things by dribbling or by bouncing the ball before launching the final pass. On the other hand, Leroy is someone who can bring depth to his gameplay on his own thanks to his speed. Denmark is of course extremely strong in the air and very physical in the three-man defense. In fact, they have problems against quick players. Leroy is someone who can bring these things into the match against Switzerland. He has been doing well from training sessions and has made a good impression. I'm choosing between two world-class players, so this decision can only be the right one. It can be seen that the choice to use Leroy Sane instead of Florian Wirtz is because Bayern Munich's winger can take advantage of his speed to exploit weaknesses on the Danish side through running situations. Meanwhile, Florian Wirtz himself prefers to hold the ball and create more of a difference himself. Because of this, even though Sane is not in good form, he is still trusted. Even played almost the entire match when he was only replaced in the 88th minute in the victory over Denmark. Besides, it should be remembered that Nagelsmann also caused controversy when he did not use a real number 9 like Niklas Füllkrug. Although this striker has quite an impressive scoring performance with 2 goals despite only being on the bench in all 3 matches. Instead, he always started with Kai Havertz tallest in attack. But these choices all have their reasons. Similar to Füllkrug, because it is a pure number 9, it is difficult to have a big advantage in duels against Denmark. Meanwhile, Kai Havertz himself is stronger in his ability to play wide and occupy space. This really worked, and Dortmund's striker always proved to be quite superior every time he was put on the field in the last minutes. The German team is entering an acceleration phase, but their road is still long. In front of them is a Spain waiting in the quarterfinals to test the true strength of the Germans. After Spain, if the Germans can overcome it, they will still have at least 2 more difficult challenges, and the deeper they go, the difficulty will increase. But as mentioned above, a young attacker is very pleasing to the eye, but one day they encounter a tougher opponent. A psychological decline is a story that can happen. Germany's journey to the championship has exactly 3 more matches left, a distance that is very close but extremely far. Germany's next opponent in the Euro 2024 quarterfinals is Spain. The most difficult challenge for the tank also starts here. Spain and Germany are 2 formidable candidates for the championship at Europe's biggest football festival this season, not England or France. Spain ended the group stage campaign with an unbeaten streak. Euro history has recorded the fact that whenever Spain wins the group with an unbeaten streak, they will be crowned champions. If there is a wish, fans will always want this match to take place a little later. This can be seen as an early final of the tournament. If they want to advance to the semi-finals of Euro 2024, Nagelsmann and his team will have to show 200% of their effort. Not to mention the possibility that they could also be eliminated early. Any upcoming battle will be an epic battle of survival, much like One Life games. If they advance further, Germany could meet one of 3 strong teams, Belgium, France, or Portugal, in the semi-finals. The final could be a confrontation with the England team, a serious candidate with many bright stars. All 3 teams mentioned above encountered their own problems in the group stage matches. If Belgium or France could not show a convincing performance, Portugal suddenly stumbled in the final match. But that doesn't mean Germans can be subjective. To go further, The whole team needs to exert more effort and focus than ever. Coach Nagelsmann needs to make reasonable tactical adjustments to deal with stronger opponents. Players need to maintain the highest form and fighting spirit, avoiding unnecessary mistakes. The cohesion and determination of the entire team will be the key factor to help Germany achieve success in the upcoming matches. In short, although it has done very well up to this point, Germany needs to continue to maintain its form and spirit to be able to overcome greater challenges in the journey to conquer Euro 2024. The upcoming match against Spain is an extremely important hurdle. Remember the group stage. Without Switzerland forcing the Germans to reveal their weaknesses, they might have encountered difficulties against Denmark. Denmark taught them another small lesson when they continuously had deadly counterattacks, but unfortunately they failed to score. Now it's Spain's turn, 90% likely. Spain's ability to counterattack is even more terrifying with Yamal and Nico. Hopefully Deuce will learn quickly enough to not make the same mistakes again.